Welcome to this VBA tutorial by VBAfinance.com. When we use a programming language, we often need to temporarily store data. To do so, we use variables. What is a variable? It is simply a memory slot that can contain numerical, text, or other type of values. To manipulate a variable in a program, we call it by its name. In our previous video, we were already using variables. Indeed, the input arguments of a function are automatically stored in a variable. In our function, we had two variables, value 1 and value 2. Let's now imagine we want to create a function that will have two numerical input arguments. Its goal will be to permute the values of the two variables. Basically, we want to get the value of value 1 in value 2 and the value of value 2 in value 1. Let's look at the function we used before. The first thing we are going to do is to display the value of the two input parameters so we can be sure of what their values are. For that, we are going to use the debug.print sub, which takes for argument the text we display. So we display open the quote value 1, close the quote. Here we add an ampersand to indicate we want to concatenate or merge, if you prefer that term, in a single character string the rest of the line. Here we write our variable, value 1, and we concatenate with the character string, value 2, and the value of the value 2 variable. Now we are going to try by launching the text sub. The debug.print will display the character string in the immediate window. If you do not see it, you can go to the View tab and click on Immediate Window. We can see it now at the bottom. So we go back to the subtest and launch it by clicking on the green arrow. We can see that the variable values display as expected. Now to permute the variable values, we are going to add a third pivot variable. The first thing to do is to declare this variable. So we go at the beginning of the function and write dim pivot as double. We do not have to declare the variable at the beginning of the function, but for more clarity, we usually do that way in VBA. Then we can use this variable in our function. First, we assign the value of value 2 to pivot. Then we assign the value of value 1 to value 2. And finally, we assign back the pivot value to value 1, which contains the value of value 2. Then we write this line at the bottom to check the changes. And we launch the test sub again. Let's look at the output. We can see that the variables have been permuted. In the next video, we will learn how to use conditions and loops in VBA. If you liked that video, feel free to follow us on our channel or go directly to VBAfinance.com to find more interesting content about VBA Excel for finance.